So I put up a picture about Bjarne Riis. Those who know Bjarne Riis, he's a 1996 Tour de France winner. And here's a picture of Bjarne Riis back in the day. And here's a picture of Bjarne Riis today. So someone said on Facebook today, if Bjarne Riis wore the Saxo Tinko jersey, the yellow one, he'd look like a banana slug. I thought that was a bit cheeky, but it's quite honest. Bjarne Riis is renowned for giving his riders on his team a lot of flack if they're like fucking half a kilo overweight. I remember he says to Tyler Hamilton, if you do blood doping, you got to factor in the extra half kilo you have with the BB, with the blood bag. That's from Tyler Hamilton's book. So Bjarne Riis gives out a lot of shit to his riders, a lot of pressure. But for a 51-year-old, he is fucking fat, man. Doesn't make him a bad person, but Bjarne Riis is fucking fat. I don't give a fuck if Bjarne Riis won the Tour de France. They called him Mr. 60. His hematocrit was 60% or what. I don't give a fuck. Everyone's on the gear. If you want to ride a 6.8 watts per kilo for 30 minutes, man, and you think you're natty, I'm gonna call you fucking full of shit. Doesn't matter. But Bjarne Riis came cleanse the yellow juice, no worries. Everyone's on the gear, man. 6.8 watts per kilo, slap a power meter on your bike, and go and ride 6.8 watts per kilo up a climb in 30 minutes. And then go and do that after 2 weeks of racing. And then go do that after 5 hours of fucking up and down the mountains. And then go do that in the heat and the stress every day of the media and all that. And 6.8 watts per kilo, you're saying people do it natty? You're drooping. Anyway, so Bjarne Riis, why is he fat? Why can my girlfriend, who's never raced a day in her life on a bike, why can my girlfriend, Philly the fucking banana girl, beat Bjarne Riis up a steep climb today? Why could she do that? Because she eats healthy and her endothelium cells are producing enough nitric oxide so you can get the blood flow going. So Bjarne Riis, he has great strategies. I think he's got some, he's awesome tactician, good with the mental stuff, but absolute failure when it comes to looking after his own health, you know. But that's the job of winning. These guys don't really care about health. They just performance window for 5 years, do whatever the fucking takes to win, and that's what they do. And that's fair enough. That's the job. You're paid to fucking win. You're not paid to be healthy. You're paid to win. People don't understand that in professional sports, especially up the top. You're not paid to be healthy. You're paid to fucking win. All right, so. Simple as that. Do what it takes to win, short of killing people. So Bjarne Riis, my girlfriend could kick his ass up a 2k 10% climb any day of the week. And Bjarne Riis, 51. That's pretty young, man. I know 51-year-olds out there can still hit it hard. But Bjarne Riis, he used to do, read an article, he said he used to do sleeping pills. Instead of eating dinner, have sleeping pills, and then you just go to sleep, and if you're lucky, you wake up in the morning, and then start the day, have a breakfast, and then go ride all day, and then come home and have a sleeping pill, go straight to bed. That's his weight loss method, and that's what you have to do if you're eating a high-fat Danish diet, man. If you're eating all the steak and eggs, you fucking have to starve yourself as a rider. I don't recommend it, but that's what you have to do. So many pro riders, their bike is basically their lifeline. Even still, they're training for the Tour de France. Even still, they have to do diet pills or sleeping pills to curb their appetite because they're eating the high protein, high fat foods that fucking raise your fasting insulin levels and keep it there longer. So it keeps you more anabolic. So it keeps you heavier. You don't want to be heavy as a fucking cyclist. That's why so many riders abuse corticosteroids to cannibalize all your muscle so you can strip off upper body muscle, strip off leg muscle even, so you got more watts per kilo for the climbs and don't have excess muscle that's chewing up glycogen in the upper body. So, you don't want to be too anabolic. You know, you want to have your anabolic enough just for red blood cell count, but you don't want to be extra weight up the hill. So metabolic damage does exist. People say, you're an ectomorph doing rider, you can't gain weight, you can do anything. Well, my mum's an ectomorph, my mum's clinically obese. Bjarne Riis, Tour de France winner, one of the fittest humans on the planet that's ever existed, today in 2015, looks like he's never even fucking clipped into a cycling shoe. Looks like any fat dude down the pub who couldn't even run around the block at pace. So how the fuck do people say, oh, if you ride across Australia, you'll lose weight for life, when 1996 Tour de France champion, the best drugs in the world, best training, hardcore zone, fucking heart rate shit, whatever. How the fuck is he fat today? If just 2 weeks of training will keep you lean for life. You know you're full of shit, people who say that. So no hate towards Bjarne, but I wish he would be more, what's the word, be more, have a better fucking strategy for your team, man. Have a better strategy, have better nutrition. All this protein shakes and steak and champagne, all this bullshit. Like, fuck, man, you gotta think of riders' health when they retire. I know you don't really care about your health, but I guess if you don't care about your own health, how the fuck can you care about anyone else's? So there you go.